Welcome back to the class. I'm starting with the class on RCC design of various structural elements available on multi-story reinforced concrete buildings. Here we will not be able to design, for example, your staircase. We will not be able to, yes, we can design staircase, but we have to create separately. If I take a frame structure where it consists of beams, columns, and if we manually and physically create slabs using plates, we can design slabs also. But main thing is that we can, here in this class, we will basically learn the design of beams and columns. So, come back to the lecture classes. We will be going for design of RCC section. In the last class, I have showed you the design of steel section, how we can apply the steel members directly and we can do the design. Here also we can go for the design of RCC section. A design of RCC sections instead is very more recommended compared to its steel design. Steel design we can do instead, but the accuracy of steel design or the economical design of steel instead is not given with much accuracy and with much better representation of the structure. We recommend Tekla steel structures whenever we go for design and analysis of very sophisticated steel structures. For very sophisticated steel structures, I recommend Tekla steel structure. But for RCC, StatPro is enough. One of the most important things which I wanted to mention that design of RCC instead is just a tool. If you do not know the manual design that we do according to IS 456 2000, then this RCC design in StatPro is vague. Why vague? Because your knowledge may be there, but if you give wrong input, your output will come wrong. Secondly, the steel reinforcement which the stat results give, they are much excess compared to economical design. When we go for economical design, we have to check the same design manually as well as StatPro. StatPro, what they give? The StatPro results, they give only in those cases where the section, whether it's the beam, column, or slab, they are safe in terms of safety and serviceability. We have two limit state of safety and limit state of serviceability. So they give the safe design, but they do not give the economical design. For example, let me give an example. If we take an area of column as 500 square and they give in such awkward and absurd steel bar, for example, we have taken the minimum steel bar should be 12 and maximum steel bar should be 25 diameter. What they will do, they will take a diameter of 22 and they will show you it is safe. But you know the 22 diameter are not available in the market easily. So as a civil engineer, you have to be much more efficient in providing or detailing or in providing the detailing of steel or concrete structure. You can use 18 bar or 20 bar instead of 22 bar. So two, three things are there. First, they do not give economical result. Second is they give a very absurd results using such diameter of steel bar which is not actually feasible. Okay, so I will show the RCC design in accordance with IS 456 2000 along with SP 16, SP 34, all these things. The problem which we have taken by discussing the earthquake analysis, the same problem, the same building structure I am taking here. I am not taking different. This is the uh, plan of the multi-story structure available or located in the Bhuj, and these are the various values, various cross sections of beam along 5 meter span. Let me see. Along these 5 meter span, along this 5 meter span, the cross section of beam was 250 by 600 mm. This we had taken earlier. Similarly, for beams along 4 meter span, it was 250 by 550 mm. So 4 meter span means this span. These beams, they are 250 by 550 mm, and along 2 meter span, it is 250 by 400 mm. You see, along 2 meter span means along this data. So along 2 meter span, the beam cross sections are 250 by 400. Similarly, for columns, we have taken various cross sections. So in the last lecture class on earthquake analysis, we had completely developed this structure according to this question. They had used M25 concrete and AC415 torch steel. Even the slab thickness they have taken as 150 mm. Now for slab design, if we want to go to slab design, we have to use a different tool that is called plates. PLA, PLA, PES, plates. Plates is a different tool, or it is a different structural identity apart from beam members. Just like we have beams, member element, similarly for slab, we have to use plates. If we create plate manually and physically, then we can design the slab. For RC frame structure that we have done, we can only design beams and columns directly from slab. So coming to this part, I had showed you the what are the load calculations, dead load calculation for the ground floor level, first floor, second floor, third floor, and even the fourth floor. All these covered area, they have calculated the dead load, the slab they have taken, slab load we have calculated, slab on the floor and slab on the roof. Also, we have calculated the dead load due to beams, dead load due to columns, all these things we have calculated. Also for the walls, interior walls, exterior walls, and parapet walls, they have calculated the loads. Today our main task is we will go for RCC beam designs of beams, columns, and slabs. Why I had put this slab option? Because from the same option of beams and columns, we can also design slabs. But slabs we can only design if we have plates constructed. Without plates, slab design will be useless. We cannot design slabs. Okay? But from the same option, we can design this beam, columns, and slabs. So what is the basic data required? For beam design, we need the cross section of beams. Already I showed you. For cross section of beams, I showed you this thing. We had used 250 by 600 mm, 250 by 550 mm, and 250 by 400 mm. Similarly, for columns, we have used 300 by 600 mm, 300 by 550 mm. We come back to the design part. Yes, we need the cross section of beams. We need the cross section of columns, and for slab, we need the thickness of slab. So the thickness of slab here is taken as 150 mm. But we have not practically constructed slab. So first, what will I do? I have taken the snapshot after post processing. Very important. After post processing, we will, when the program is error free, I will go to this design. After post processing, after the analysis is complete, there is no error. We will go to modeling mode and we will click on this design. And on this design, you will see steel gets automatically selected. This is the steel, but we have to select for concrete. Okay. Please remember, whenever we will click this design, it is the leftmost tab available in the screen. We click on design, then automatically steel gets selected. We have to select this concrete. After selecting concrete, on the right hand side, we have to click this drop down bar and we have to select this IS 456. So this is the important part. This is the first thing we have to follow. Okay. So coming back to the stat model, this is our stat model. This was our stat model completely. If you can check the 3D rendering, we can see that absolutely I can see the structure of a school building. This was a long plan. It has a long plan with long corridors. So I will do the analysis first. Since I am opening the file after many days, first I will select the analysis of print, select all. Again I am repeating. So whenever you open a file which has already been analyzed before, you have to again analyze. We will select the analysis of print, all, add, close. Okay. Next we will go for analyze, run analysis, save. So analysis is going on. We already did in the last class. It was error free. No error was there. So zero error, done. Okay. Now we can go for post processing mode. Also we can go for modeling. In post processing mode, what we can find out? We can find out all the shear force, bending moment acting on every beams, every slabs. Okay. If you click any beam, you can find out the shear force, you can find out the deflection, all these things. We can go for this graph. For example, I have to select the load case. Okay. If you go to this beam option first, left side, and from the top, pardon, yes, beams. Okay. Okay. So I can go for this graphs. The graph show me the bending moment. Okay. Under seismic forces C, we can have this bending moment and also the axial thrust diagram, axial diagram. Okay. Axial force diagram of every beams and columns, whatever you want, you can find out the bending moment, shear force, and all. Under all the load consideration. What are the loads we have considered last day? Let me show you again. Last day, we consider seismic load, dead load, and live load. Okay. So let us repeat the analysis again. So first of all, your program should be error free. If it contains error, we cannot proceed to design. We go to post processing unit, So all these things are available. Okay. We can check the displacement. We can check the reactions at every support. Okay. Now coming back to modeling. Our main task, that is a design for RCC elements. So first, as I showed you the left side, this is the design. See here, I have showed you the left side is the design part. We will select the concrete, and the right side, this box will come. So I will select the design. After design, see automatically steel is selected. We have to select concrete. Okay. We will select the concrete, and the right side, see, it is given ACI, American Concrete Institute. So there are a lot of international codes. We have to select IS 456. Here we have two different IS codes. One is IS 13920 1993 version, which is the ductile detailing version of RCC, ductile detailing code for concrete structure. IS 13920, this we follow when we are designing for earthquake resistant buildings. And if we are normally design buildings, we have to select IS 456, which is just below this IS 13920. IS 456 and select. You see, this is the stage we had of. Next is after this, after selecting this IS 456, what we will do? We will first select the select parameters. So this is the pop-up box. When we will select this IS 456, three options will come. Select parameters, define parameters, and command. First, we will select this select parameter. That means for designing of the various structural elements, whether it is beam or column, what are the parameters I have to select, and based on that selection, my bucket list will be there. Just like you have bucket list or in Amazon, Flipkart, or any online shopping app. Similarly, here also we will click on the select parameters and our bucket list will be prepared. So after selecting these select parameters, these are the right side options. Is complete collection of parameters. So after this, we will not use all these parameters. Okay. Mind it, we will, instead of using all these parameters, we will just selectively choose some of them. All parameters are not required. See, here it is written automatically when you click on this select parameters, see the left side, select parameters, this whole collection will be there. So first we have to select this double lifter. That means on the right side bucket, I have to transfer all these parameters from right side to the left side. Okay, so let me show you first. So come to this stat file IS 456. I am selecting the select parameters. See, I am clicking, all this bucket list has been filled. So I do not require all these parameters. So I will click on this double, okay, double arrow. So you might happen, if you select one option, then you can select on this single arrow. Double arrow means, double arrow towards left means all the parameters chosen or not chosen, all the parameters will be shifted from right box to the left box. Okay. And if I select this double arrow towards right, then all these parameters, all parameters will be transferred from left box to the right. Okay. So first we will transfer all these. Now what are the parameters we have to select? Please everyone write in your form. For RCC design instead, the following data is required to input, obviously after post-processing. After post-processing, it is obviously mandatory. First, what are the parameters we will select? First is the clear. Now see, we have to design for both the beams and as well as columns. Okay. So we have clear cover for beams and columns. So clear is the clear cover of beam. Please write in your copy what are the parameters we usually select. Clear is the clear cover of. We will select this option and we will give two values. One value for clear cover for beams and another value for clear cover of column. Next, FC. FC is characteristic strength of compound. FC is characteristic strength of compound. Please make a note what are the things you have to select while doing the design. Clear cover, characteristic strength of concrete, they are all compulsory. Okay. There are many books, there are many videos which will tell you to choose this and this option, but I will be discussing the compulsory options. There are optional options, you can select it. Next is FY main, that is the yield strength of the main steel bar. The main longitudinal bars which we use for columns, for beams, FY main, that is the steel grade for main bars or longitudinal bars. Next is FY sec, grade of steel for secondary reinforcement. Okay, for secondary reinforcement. The secondary reinforcement we mainly use as stirrups in beams and columns. Secondary reinforcement we use for slabs also. We have a mesh of two bars, main bars and secondary bars. That is the lateral main the lateral reinforcement or the distribution bars which we tell, that is FY secondary. For beams and columns, FY secondary basically the grade of steel. Mainly in our problem or in our stat profile, the grade of steel remains same. If you are using Fe 415 or will be 415. So the grade of steel for secondary reinforcement. Max main. What is max main? Max main is basically the maximum diameter of the main reinforcement bar. Are you all able to understand what I am discussing? The most important segment of RCC design.
Yes, sir.
So max main is the maximum diameter of main reinforcement. That means we have an upper range, we have a lower range. That means I am giving StatPro the option of upper range and lower range. If you do not give the upper range and lower range values or the options to StatPro, for example, my design fails. For example, the cross section is not adequate. Then if I do not give this scope or this range to StatPro, then the StatPro will design and show that it will fail. The member is failing. We have to give a range. Similarly, maximum secondary. That is the maximum diameter of secondary reinforcement. First, I am listing it down, then I will show you in the stat. So max main, maximum diameter of main reinforcement, max sec, maximum diameter of secondary reinforcement. Then we will select minimum main. That is the minimum diameter for main reinforcement. That is the lower range. And minimum second, min sec, minimum diameter for secondary reinforcement. Minimum diameter for main, maximum diameter for main, minimum diameter for secondary, maximum diameter for secondary. Then the ratio, the percentage of longitudinal reinforcement bar, you can provide, it is optional. No problem. Then the reinforcement, RDINF, reinforcement, this option gives us how the pattern of reinforcement will be. how we will put the reinforcement, whether it will be circular reinforcement or helical reinforcement for columns, or it will be just hooks. What is the fashion of reinforcement? It can be optional. It depends on you. If you want to specify, you can put this option. Then SP main. SP main is the spacing of main parts. Spacing of main parts from design itself, stat can calculate. That we have learned in manual design also. So this is also optional. If you want to specify, no problem. Next is torsion. If torsion is acting on the structure, you can check, select this option, which is also an optional choice. So based on all these options which I discussed, now I will apply this on the stat model. I hope everyone have taken down in their copy. These 12 parameters are very, very important. The last four are optional. So coming to the stat fact. The first, clear. Clear, it is also written that you can see distance from surface of member to the edge of outermost reinforcement. This clear cover I have to choose. So this is a singular option. So I will use the single right side arrow. Here I will not use the double arrow. Okay. I will select the option and I will select the single arrow, which is shown from left to right. Again, we have the depth of cross section to be used in beam design. Already I have given the depth while giving the properties of beam and column, so not required, right? Because it is unnecessary to give the depth again and again. Already the depth of beams and columns already mentioned. EIY, member length factor about local y-axis, not required. We directly go to this FC, compressive strength of concrete. Our grade of concrete is M25. The compressive strength of concrete will be 25 Newton per millimeter square. This I will select. Next, FY main, the grade of steel for main parts. FY sec, the grade of steel of shear reinforcement. Secondary means for slab, it will be distribution bar, and shear reinforcement. I told you for beams, it will be stirrups, and for columns, it will be hooks. In max main, I will select this thing. Max sec, I am selecting this thing. Then MD1, if you select, MD1 is the main bar minimum size for bar combination. It is MD1 and MD2 is also not required. You can try this at home, no problem. Minimum main, I am selecting. Minimum sec, I am selecting. And all others, that ratio, reinforcement, see, reinforcement REINF, it is giving selecting either tight or spiral column. So this will be applied only on columns. Arrangement of reinforcement R phase. This you can also show or select. SPS main, spacing between main reinforcement. I told you torsion, track, unsupported length factor about local y direction and local z direction. ULY, ULZ. If you want it for columns, you can select this option. Width of cross section to be used in the beam design. Again, the width is already selected or given in the model. Already while giving the properties of the beam and column, I have given this thing. So no need of repeating the same stuff. If you repeat the same stuff, STAD will get confused. You are confusing the STAD. And if you confuse STAD, STAD will inevitably give you wrong and error message. Okay? So this is the main principle or the main compulsory items which you want to have in your bucket list. Understood? After that, this is not limitation. Your selection list is not limited to only this thing. Okay. Others you can give, no problem. After selecting this, we will click OK. Okay. So now when I am selecting this OK, come to this slides, we will now select the define parameter. Now I will choose the define parameter. That means I have created the bucket list. Now I will put the values inside the bucket list. Okay. Okay. So define parameters I am clicking. See, first clear option. All the units are in meter. Okay. All these units are in meter. So we have to uh, go put the values for clear cover. First I'm putting for beams. Okay. For beams we use 40 mm cover, that is 40 by 1000, 0.04 meter. Yes or no? So for beams and then for column. So 0.04, 40 by 1000. So this we will add. Again is 25 mm. 25 mm, 0.025. 0.025 meters. Okay. Add. Next is FC, compressive strength. Already I had given in the STAAD editor, 25,000 kilonewton per meter square. The values are given in kilonewton and meter. Please remember, the compressive strength of concrete is 25,000 kilonewton per meter square. I will add this. FY main, I am using 415 Fe415. Let me show you. We are here, see, here we are using Fe415, the right side you can see. So we will provide 415,000. 415,000. 415,000 kilonewton per meter square. We will add. Similarly, Fy secondary, same grade, 415,000. Again, we will add maximum main bar. For beams and columns, if you consider both, we are restricting the maximum main bar to 25 mm. I will click add. Maximum secondary, that is for stirrups, for shear reinforcement. Let me take maximum 10 mm. Add. Next, minimum main bars. Minimum main bars, let us take 12 mm. Satisfying both the Coder clause for beams and columns. Similarly, for minimum secondary, let us take 8 mm. Okay. So what are the all the parameters which I have defined and I have given the values? If you see the right side box, I am pressing it down, pulling it down. See, all they are enlisted below. All they are given with question mark. Right. So I have clicked the define parameters. I have given all the values of these parameters and I have added in the same box. If you take this scroll bar, and if you scroll below, you will see all these parameters are enlisted here. That means your bucket list is ready. Now just you have to assign. The way we used to assign for properties on beam or columns, the way we used to assign loads on beams and columns. Similarly here, we will assign the various parameters on beams and columns. So first is we will assign. So see, there are question mark given. Question mark means they are still not assigned. First, clear 0.04, that is 40 mm, that is applicable for columns. So I will select this one first. We will select this clear 0.04. 0.04. I will select beams parallel to y-axis. So instantly all the columns are selected, assigned to selected beams or plates. See here, right side, assigned to selected beams or plates. Yes, absolutely. That is all the columns have 40 cover. Yes. So all the columns, they are assigned as 40 cover. Next for beams, clear 25 So I will, you can take it for select beams parallel to x-axis, select beams parallel to z-axis. So all the beams I have selected. Now they have a power of how much? 25 So it is already selected. Assign to selected beams. Assign. Yes. So all the beams have already been assigned with 25 as clear cover. Next, characteristic strength of concrete M25 grade. We can go to assign to view because all the beams and columns it is same grade M25. So we select this, we select the whole structure, assign, yes. Next, grade of steel, assign to view. All the grade of steel will be same, Fe415, yes. Grade of steel for secondary or shear reinforcement, we can apply for this also, the same grade, Fe415 for all beams and columns. So we can go to assign to view, assign, yes. Next, maximum main bar. So the maximum diameter of the main bar we have taken as 25 mm. Now here, I may suggest you for beams you can give a different range. For example, in beams you are selecting the maximum diameter as 32, minimum diameter as 16, and for columns a different set. This you can do, no problem. Okay, you can choose a different set of max main, max sec, minimum main, minimum sec for beams and columns differently. There is no limitation or there is no restriction to do. To making my thing same, I am using all same for beams and columns. So I'm assigning to view, yes. Similarly for shear reinforcement, assign to view, yes. Minimum main 12 bars, I'm assigning for both beams and columns, and secondary, same, I am repeating this. Okay. So I have selected the parameters, I have defined the parameters, I have assigned the parameters also, and the last thing is commands. Let us come to the right. Yes. So now the last thing left is after doing this parameter, define parametering and assigning the parameter, now we will select to this one. Commands with what they will show. I have put the values. Now I am making the stat to understand that yes, now we will do the design for beams. Now we will do the design for column. Because stat cannot understand which is beam and which is column. Until and unless you make stat understand, it will not understand that which member is beam and which member is column. Okay. So that is why we have to select commands. Now click on the commands. Design beam I am selecting. Add. Design column I am selecting. Add. Now design slab or element. If I have done plates, then it will design the slab. So again I will go to this box. Under this design beam, it is question mark. So I will select this option and I will select all the beams only. So that I have to make understand that stat all the beams parallel to X and beams parallel to Z are actually the beams, means flexural designed for beams. Okay. So assign to selected beams, assign, yes. So all these beams or the members parallel to X and Z direction, they will be conducted beam design. And for columns, I am going to select the beams or the columns along Y direction. Assign yes. So after this, so all my task is over. Select parameters, define parameters, and commands I have given. So I have made beam understand that which members will undergo beam design and which members will undergo column design. Lastly, I will do the analysis of print, this option. This is a mandatory option, you all know, and we go for analysis. So in the output file, the design results will be given. Okay. Just wait for some time, it will take few minutes. So we have zero error, we can go to output file, done. So see here, go to this results. Instead of selecting all these things, we can directly click here. See, on the left side, if you check all these lines, one line is given concrete design. Directly click this concrete design. See beam number 54, top reinforcement, bottom reinforcement, they are all given. Size, cover, and the reinforcement area, that is AST, they are giving. AST they are giving, for example, beam number 54. Okay. So now you want to check the reinforcement for any particular beam, any particular column. Okay. So beam number 54. So go back to stat file. Let me yes, stat file. So I have to go to beam number 54. Beam number 54. Yes. This is the beam 54. So how much it is requiring? See, come to 54, top reinforcement. If we check throughout 0 to 1000 mm to 2000 mm to 4000 mm, that means it is 4 meter in length. Yes, this is was in 4 meter in length. All the beams in this direction was 4 meter in length. Let me reduce this thing. Just wait. Yes. So these are all 4 meter in length. This beam is 54. If you even if you don't want to go, just take your mouse on this beam. The beam number is representing 54. Again, I am taking this mouse on this beam. Beam is getting highlighted. It is 76 number beam. So for 54, this beam which I have highlighted, the top reinforcement is giving 265.75 and bottom reinforcement is same 265.75 mm square. So now you can also they have given the reinforcement details. 3 layers of 12 mm diameter. Sorry, 3 numbers of 12 mm diameter, 1 layer. And bottom 3 layers of 12 mm diameter, 1 layer. And shear reinforcement they have given 2 legged 8 mm at 170 mm center. You see all these details are given. Apart from this AST, they also give the top and bottom reinforcement throughout the length of the beam, and also they are giving the shear reinforcement. See this beam 54, it is the lowermost beam. Okay, let me check our top beam. What is the beam? The beam number is 324. Go to output file. We will check 324. So we will search for beam number. It is 345. So we will proceed. 324 is very much near. Yes, 324. See, top it is 265. Bottom again it is 260. Yes. Let me take a different beam. Beam 322. So come to beam 322. Yes. This beam, they have shown, see, 322 top reinforcement they have given, 3 at 12 mm, 3 at bottom. So more or less, as shear, they're giving 2 leg, 180 mm center. So you can select any beam throughout the structure and you can find out the reinforcement details. Also, if you want to check one column, so let me take, I'm taking the beam number 106. Beam number 106 is column. So we'll go to this concrete design. Beam number 106. We will go to beam number 106. Yes. See, beam number 106. Pardon me. Yes, column number. Yes, they have given the column number. Column number 106. We will. You see, they are explicitly mentioning here column 106. Let me go. It takes some time. Okay, you checking. For example, let me show you column 260. Column number 260 means we have to go for 260 here in this beam box. 260. Here this beams means the member element. Okay, the member name. It can be column, it can be beams. 260. Let us click on this. 260. Yes, this one. This is the column. 260 is the column. So this is the column 260. Okay. So now for 260, what is the reinforcement they have given? See, length 3000, that is 3 meter. Cross section 300 by 600. Cover 40 mm. Required steel area, that means AST 1440, that is, and area of concrete. Steel area is ASC. ASC we have learned, right? That is a compressive force, that is a compressive load formula. U equals to 0.46 FCKAC, sorry, 0.45 FCKAC plus 0.67 F by ASC. So from the formula ASC and AC is given. Main reinforcement they are giving 8 number 16 mm diameter. Now just consider we have a section of 300 by 600 mm. If you provide proper spacing, can you provide 8 number of 16 mm diameter? It is not practically feasible because concrete will not pass, aggregates will not pass, so we are not providing adequate spacing between the main parts. So here, as a civil engineer, keeping this uh, this uh, this area requirement, keeping this square, this is the main reinforcement area, you have to change the diameter of the bar. Instead of putting 8, you just calculate how much it is coming. 8 number 16 mm diameter. That is 5 by 4 into 16 square to 8. It is coming 1608.5 mm square. Now instead of this, 1608.5 divided by 5 by 4 into 20 square. If I provide 20 bar, my calculation showing it is required 5.1 bars. Okay. So this is how, as a civil engineer, you have to change the diameter of the bar. Understood? Everyone understood? What is the difference between STAT results and a civil engineer results?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, tide enforcement, we can give, it is giving 8 mm diameter at 250 mm center. So that is all for today. I have showed successfully the how to design RCC members as per IS 456 2000. Another way we can go for beam design or RCC design is concrete design. See, I can click on this. This is called RC designer. This mode is called RC designer.